Hey now, trying to figure some shit out here, as always. Oops. Of course, my audio's not coming through. Hello, hello. Uh, now, how do I get the audio to work? Let's go to settings, audio. Ah. Hello. You can hear me. Well, great. Thank you. Me. All right, great, 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 great. So, thanks for joining me this late hour, Darren. I know it's pretty late there. And I took a nap because I'm a papaw. And I'm going to be trying out G Fuel PewDiePie edition. I hope this is cherry or some kind of red flavoring. Maybe. It's something cherry, which is always a good thing. Let's see. I got several mice here. So, I did receive Fury of the Wolfman from Capstone Films. It will be my last purchase from Capstone Films because they do not have great customer secret service. It might give me a heart attack. Redline will definitely give you a heart attack. And I took that years and years ago. I think it was in my late 30s, and my heart felt like it was going to bust out of my chest like something from Alien. But we'll see about this. If I feel like crap tomorrow, isn't it funny? I quit drinking beer and stuff. Don't want a hangover, but I'll get some shit from an energy drink that'll make me feel like shit. So, but as far as Fury of the Wolfman, it's not a great movie, but there's never been a decent enough version of it out there, and this one borders on. It is acceptable, and in some places it looks very cool. There's one guy's corduroys as the Wolfman is killing him that you could see the corduroys and see all the folds and the little shit on it. So, you know, it's just a very rough print, I guess. I will be honest, I did pass out during this earlier this afternoon, but I'd seen it several times, so. But it definitely looks great. Um, I gave $25 for it shipped, so that's a good price. I know on Ronin or something it was like what was it? $29, probably about $5 shipping. So definitely not worth that. But $25 shipped, it was worth that.
But it wasn't worth dealing with their shitty
Yes, thank. But yeah, the customer service was not very well thought out. I got a confirmation that they got my order, but then that was it. Radio silence, and they never got back with me. I sent them two emails or messages from their website. Got zero response back. Still didn't. Are there B plan shirts? Not yet. I'll have to consult with our marketing department at DEADPIT and see what we can do about that. I'm not sure. Maybe a captain's quarter because it's a cartoon, but we'll see. I don't know if I would wear one, so I'm not sure if I want those out there. But Capstone, I actually got on Scorpion Releasing's Facebook and message, kind of complained on that, and I saw other people complain. And one of the guys said it. He never heard nothing back for 3 weeks, and all of a sudden he got his package. And I figured I'd be like that, and I was. So definitely a great thing. I think I've also showed this off, but I thought I'd give more of a detailed kind of review of Massacre at Central High. Let me put my hands over the boobies. Even though there is rated R material on here, I saw a short that had boobs and simulated sexual stuff going on. But anyway, Massacre at Central High is almost like a after school special with boobs and bush and violence. Um, I guess, and it's very cool looking. The what is it? The 77 or so, California. Everybody's kind of wind, got the wind fades or not feathered hair. Even I had feathered hair, not in 77, but it looks really good. First of all, but the a new kid comes to this high school. Andrew Stevens is there, and he's the friend of this guy. But Andrew Stevens has these other guys that are his friends, and then for some reason they're just assholes to everyone and bullies them and shit. And they want the new kid to join them and have the four horsemen of this high school, and he doesn't want to do that. And they keep on messing with him, and he kind of pushes back, and they have a couple fights. Something happens, and which I'm not I don't like giving out spoilers, but something happens, and then the guy has to well, not the guy, but these kids, these mean asshole kids, start getting killed one by one, and it kind of goes from there. Now there's like I said on another stream that Kimberly Beck is in this, and she is completely nude, and those curves are something. It is amazing. Her body was on point. So, and then you also have a chick from Eight Is Enough, one of the older sisters. I think she gets naked as well for a little bit, and then Rainbow Smith, Cheryl Rainbow Smith is on there, and she also has a nude scene with both of those chicks have a nude scene with Robert Carradine, which is kind of funny. So uh, there is a documentary on here. I watched a little bit of it of the participants in the movie. I didn't see Kimberly Beck, but Andrew Stevens is in it, which I haven't seen him since like Bedroom Eyes 2 or 3 or whatever. But so evidently I think he still directs stuff. So he's one of those TV directors more than likely. So it's pretty neat. some other stuff, I'm assuming, but the steelbook is really nice. Now, is it worth $45? I do not know. I I just grabbed it. I mean, you never know. Maybe some of these things you get, you never know if maybe they'll be worth some money later on. They go out of print, and you could maybe I could use this for my retirement. I don't know. So let me find my Bruce Lee knife. Uh-oh. I found it. I am.
Okay, can you wait until I put plastic wrap over
Yes, I'll wait till you put plastic wrap over
it?
something.
Talk about
Something. I read or I saw on Facebook that they're releasing this movie. I watched it earlier today. It's called like Hunting Ground or Code of Hunting. And it is not that entertaining. It's not very action packed as far as a rape revenge or anything like that kind of film. So I mean, there is violence in it, and but there's also just a lot of nothing, a lot of family sitting around with this mother. Evidently, she's a defense attorney, and I don't know what she does to piss off these three punks, which are not young. They're like late 20s. It looks like.
Johnny out of jail.
Well, maybe, but one of them goes to jail. I guess they end up killing the husband, and they they put one of them in jail, and the others are free. And then one of the guys changes his appearance, and he uh, he wants to get this lady back for some reason, and then and it's not. I mean, it just takes forever to get to the meat of the potatoes or the potatoes of the meat, whatever the saying is. It just takes forever to get there, and I mean, it is at that point pretty interesting, but it's almost like House on the Edge of the Park if all the entire stuff at the house was in the last 5 or 6 minutes. And there is one thing where they they're gonna rape the mother, and she's stripped nude, and they get a piece of wood from the fireplace, and they actually put it on her bush, and it looks like her bush is getting on fire. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was well done. Uh, let's see. Mm. I've been looking at buying a new computer. Once I get my tax refund done, I'm just going to do some. And I've been looking online. I was going to build it myself, which I do IT work, and I have ripped parts, computers, and put them all back together, and they actually work. So, but when I do my own personal stuff, I'm a little nervous because if I break something there, somebody can buy it and fix it. Which I have broke a few things, little bitty things like plastic points, but or plastic pieces, which are very fragile to begin with. But I'm thinking about getting a pre-built system. And most of these are kind of gaming systems, but they do have the resources that you could use for streaming. What's going on?
I thought the dogs would go out.
The dogs will go out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I could do this unboxing. Reggie, stop it. You cannot
Reg!
see through there. I guess you can.
I need to build another studio.
Yeah. Steve needs where the dogs can't get in.
Well, the dogs have no names. There's Sammy.
Yeah. Okay.
You ready?
We ready to do this shit?
Wow.
Sorry. Sorry. Oops.
as one of the podcasts I listen to. Let's fucking go.
Don't.
Before I do this, I just want to talk about, I know a lot of people didn't want me to talk about politics, but something's really gone crazy over the last couple weeks. And it's pretty much all over the nation and other parts of the world. It's affecting a lot of people. And, I even got tied up into it a little bit. And that's vinegar syndrome shipping notices and waiting on them. So,
oh, God, that's one hell of a delay.
Yes, Damon. And it's through YouTube is causing the delay. It is Damn It Reggie. It is true. That's his name, Damn It Reggie.
Did you tell people that?
No. They must have heard me say it. Or you say it. You said it before a lot around here. Well, anyway, I got mine. And it covers Dana's face up. Look.
That's a good thing.
Well, anyway. So, Bruce Lee knife. All these videos, you're supposed to have a special knife. And this is the only knife I have in by my computer desk. So, with my Bruce Lee knife, I'm going to cut it and forget it and cut my hand.
Don't do that.
Well, shiz. It won't cut, Dana.
Vinegar syndrome don't want you to get your stuff.
Here we go. It has been, the package has been breached.
They don't have a warning on the label.
Let's see what's inside. Ooh. Oh.
Now, something of mine is supposed to
I'm thinking this is yours. Roof. Roof. Let me get
what happened?
I just scrolled up. So, here we go.
Is that the thing from Deep Red?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not real. It's somebody made that.
Oh.
CG or graphic arts. All right, so they wrap this up really good.
With a lot of bubble wrap, but that's good though.
So the first one up is going to be Dana's one of Christmas gifts, Silent Madness.
People are probably wondering why I'm sitting back here singing my Christmas prayer.
And it is still in cellophane, so.
Yeah. I told Steve to wrap it up and we put it under the tree.
We did? I thought we were just going to watch it.
Oh.
But anyway, we do have I have a 3D TV in my bedroom, so in our bedroom, and then so we in a PS3 that does 3D, so might check it out in the actual 3D, and it does have the 2D, the blue and green or blue and red shit.
But did you hear that the 3D was really, really good?
Someone I heard said it was no ghosting, so we'll pay attention to that because I don't know if that's exactly true. The next up is one I've seen, and I didn't get Cemetery of Terror, but I did get the Ghost or Grave Robbers. And from the same director, it's Dimensions Occultus, but it's Don't Panic. Don't Panic, the babysitter is dead. Now, I have seen this, and it's the torrent of this version is already out. So since I have it, I can have the torrent, the MKV file, and it's legal. So I can't go to jail. But from what I remember, and I know some people said that this is a ripoff of Nightmare on Elm Street, but I don't really remember that. But maybe my memory is not good, right, Donna?
He's calling me one of his old girlfriends.
No, I never had a Donna. And the beautiful
Lovingly Restored?
Maybe.
Is it like Lovingly Restored?
I can tell you what, this thing is a book. It really feels substantial.
It's solid.
It's solid as a rock, and it's got a magnet on it, so when it closes. So, Beastmaster.
Is this Don Coscarelli?
Yes. So there you
I
have.
might watch that because
Yeah.
I actually have not ever watched Beastmaster.
Well, you must have not had TBS or TNT back in the day because it was already on there all the time.
Well,
WGN,
I'm
I
sure
think.
my aunt and uncle had it at the time that
Yeah.
it was probably on heavy rotation.
But there's a nice booklet in here.
That Steve won't read.
It's got pictures. I don't have to read them. I mean, it's pretty. I like it. Yeah, mullets are abounding. I always noticed that some countries are a little bit far behind, and Mexico's a little bit farther behind as far as fashions. So, yeah, mullets were still going on. But it was
Steve,
the
did you
80s.
have a mullet?
I did have a mullet. Yeah.
We'll have to dig up some pictures.
I don't know.
Steve with a mullet.
I don't know if there was any pictures, but you can dig.
I'm sure your mom probably took some.
And in a crazy move, I actually bought. Yeah.
I still don't know why Steve bought this. I don't know why anybody.
I don't know where
buys
Dana
this.
was. She must have not had basic cable. But, I mean, I didn't either. I had a big satellite dish. But I definitely came across that a lot.
We didn't have satellite at my house until much, much later. My aunt and uncle had it before we did.
But I did buy a slipcase because I was going slipcase crazy. And this one there's a few of them that I liked. I mean, obviously I liked the Nightmare Sisters one, and I should have got the the Don't Go in the Woods Alone with the slipcase. I thought that looked really cool as well. But this one, Malibu High, Miami Heat. I don't know.
Would you give $7 for that?
Yeah, $7 for some
$7 for some cardboard.
Yeah, but it's got graphic designs on it. Look at that.
Yeah, but that's not a real cool graphic, Steve.
Yeah, it is.
It ain't the same as Steelbooks.
No, it's better. But anyway, this movie is so wacky. I really like it, and it's also part of my next Saturday after Christmas on Vaughn Live.
Oh, you mean you're not gonna do anything right after Christmas?
The Saturday after.
I thought you said the next Saturday.
The next day.
Okay.
The next day, I'm doing a stream of 3 movies again, and it's on Vaughn Live, which you haven't checked out. Definitely check it out. It's crazy. You got a lot of streaming, a lot of nuts on there streaming music and stuff. But there's also under miscellaneous. There's a lot of shit just streaming TV shows, movies.
And there's Nutty Steve.
And me sometimes, but yeah, I'll be on there. It's called Mondo Cult 2 because Mondo Cult 1 didn't work anymore. So, but yeah, got those. So at least be watching one of those tomorrow or tonight, and maybe Beastmaster tomorrow, or I might just wait. I don't want to, you don't want to go ape on because I only got 3. I know some people got spent $300 or $400. It's crazy. Oh. But at least I got mine before Wes did, so that's all that really matters, right?
That's the fun part. Well, how do you know you got yours before he did? Maybe he got his today.
No, he just got his notice the Friday or something, yesterday.
But I think he said he had 2 or 3 orders.
I had 2 orders. Yeah, but they add them on to one.
Yeah, I know.
Get that boy.
I'm gonna have to make Reggie go back.
Go back to the pound.
No.
No, I did not get Fade to Black. I need to revisit that, but the same transfer is on Shudder, and to me, I've seen it before a very long time ago. I actually had the VHS of it. I gave to a guy, Tim Gross. I sent him a couple VHSs, and that was one of them because I'd had it for years and never watched it on VHS. But I think Dana's already. It is kind of slow because it's not. But I don't know. I'm just not. I guess I just don't. Not. It doesn't really get to me as much as some of the others. Uh, and I didn't. It's the first time I've spent over $100 at Vinegar Syndrome. Usually I'll spend maybe buy one or two movies at the most, but this time I went all out. At least from what I could go all out. Is everybody in? Yeah. Okay.
Sammy didn't go out.
But of course I did order, and February has got a lot of crap coming out. Let me check. The Demons is coming out, the 4K. Because I pre-ordered a few things from that. Well, listen, I'm not gonna go into politics. I mean, I could, but I'm not. I'm lazy. But I don't know. Um, Everybody's got something, but I wasn't for Biden much as I was against Trump. So we'll leave it at that, I guess. Okay, I did pre-order Blood Ceremony, which I think I've seen it more as Blood Castle. That's coming from Mondo Macabre. They sold it on their site. They had like they have their more deluxe edition, which comes with a booklet, and I could care less. And for like $25, or I can wait a little while longer and get it for $18 from Amazon. So that's what I did, and I recall that being a little crazy. So I want to definitely check that out again. And let me see. There's I ordered the My Bloody Valentine Steelbook from Amazon, which is coming out of.
And the Harry Warden.
Yeah, the Harry Warden figure from NECA or whatever. But that's coming out from Amazon, which is interesting. And I just thought, what the hell? I mean, eventually I know that'll be a 4K. But, some things I am going to live without a 4K of. I'm just not going to. Santo and the Treasure of Dracula, the sexy vampire version, 4K restoration in color. That's coming out the same day as the other, February the 9th, and it's on Amazon. Now, this movie, I got a version of it. Um, there was, there is a movie called Santo in the Treasure of Dracula, and when it was released, it was just like a regular Santo movie. But later on, they were talking about, hey, there's a version of this with boobies and all kinds of stuff, and nobody really knew about it. But later on, it's some channel somewhere over, I don't know if it was in Mexico or Spain or wherever, showed this, and someone got it and put it on the interwebs, and it is pretty cool. I mean, it's not that. It's not something that will shock the world out of you. It's not like porn, but it is kind of interesting to see like a rated R Santo movie. And so I might show that on one of my future streams on Vaughn Live. So I was gonna show something to see if I can see if this works. Kind of a tease for the stream next Saturday. I think I'll start around noonish, noon Eastern, and what I usually do is show trailers. And this trailer set is a really good one. It's trailers from the Alamo Draft House, so that'll be interesting. Let me see. And it doesn't show. Okay. I was given like a thing, a preview, if you will. Let me see. Let me see here. That's not it. Yep. That's not it. Ah.
Did you tell Darren I was feeling better? I saw the
Yes, I did. Well, I can't find my stupid little pictures I made. Oh well, the world will go on. Boom. Let me bring up my chat. All right. So, has anybody got any news or anything? Questions, maybe? As I look around and try to find something, possibly. Let me get back. Cool. I'm going to. Hmm. It's possible. Yes. Restore and restore. All right. Hmm. As of now, none. But I plan on probably watching a few. I definitely want to watch Christmas Evil, and there's one called A Christmas Horror Story, which I was seeing a few people online talking about. So I might watch that, um, and I might watch that Code Santa Claus movie from Joe Bob had a Christmas special and he showed a couple movies, so I might watch those. I did not get the Forgotten Jello set 2. Um, I just didn't feel. I feel like I have those. I have a Mondo Macabre DVD of French murders, or French sex murders, if you will. And I have a DVD of My Dear Killer. And I have a DVD of Girl in Room 2A, which I actually watched about a month or two ago. And, to me, I don't know. I just. Now, I think they sold out, but there's still sets available from other retailers. I don't know. I just didn't have the urge to get those. So I don't know if they're available in the future at a small discount or a major discount. I possibly will get those. Oh, okay, great. So on my like I was saying, the movie stream next weekend on Vaughn Live. I'll put a link on the Dead Pit Universe page. Um, I got 3 movies. I might do a little trailer or something before the movie. In between the movies, I'm gonna try little things here and there as I go. Uh, One of them. So I got Malibu High. I'll show that movie first. So if people don't like it, they can get that out of the way and get to the. So one is a semi giallo, and the other is another crazy film that is subtitled, but there's enough. There's good stuff in the subtitles as well. So it is a complete. I just heard about this movie probably within the last year or so, and never heard of it before. And when I saw one of my Facebook friends mentioned it, I looked it up and got it, and it is a crazy film. So much like I showed Mad Foxes. If you have never seen that, that's one to check out. It is it's a unique film and pretty nuts. So let's see, movie two. Here's a little picture from the movie two. Oops, boom. And the third movie is a picture from that. Now, of course, those are, I don't know, posters. I imagine. But there's so many of the new sets or new releases coming out. Looks like what in the world? I know I've ordered more than that. Okay, there we go. And I'm getting a new microphone for Christmas, I think. And I got a boom mic stand that I'm gonna hook up and stuff. I'm gonna build a new desk that I've always wanted to build a desk, but I'm actually not gonna build it. I'm gonna build the top and have two, like you see, if you see these videos online, I've gotten kind of obsessed with them to a degree. It's where they show you their desk layout, and it's just hundreds and hundreds of them. For some reason, I find those entertaining. But a lot of them are IKEA uh, countertops, and then they have the IKEA drawers on either side. Now, I can't afford to ship IKEA, so I'm going to get something very, very similar, but it's very, very nice looking natural wood. I don't know if it's just a particle board and made to look like that, but I'm going to get some drawers like that, and then I'm going to get some wood and join it together to make a counter or a top. Yeah. So that will be coming up. And of course, behind me is all the containers of the decorations and trees and all that. Yes, I agree. Same here, Darren, as far as that's concerned. They showed, I think my niece posted something on my Facebook. It showed like a whole post office warehouse completely looked like all their shelves collapsed. There were so many packages everywhere. Um, but yeah, Rare Lust, just between us, is a very great site to obtain certain films. And as of, there's going to be an update sometime tonight. So usually that's what I do on Saturday is wait and check it out. And sometimes they're really late, so I maybe not make it, but I'll check it the next day. And so yeah, because there's certain films I'm not gonna buy, and I'd rather just see them that way. And I have thousands of films. I've been obtaining digital copies of films probably since 2002, and I have one hard drive here that I've been using since before then actually. So it's an old IDE drive, and amazingly I've wrote wrote to it and copied shit off of it for almost, well, uh, probably 20 years, uh, or give or take, maybe well, probably 14 years, probably more consistently. But yeah, and I've gotten stuff that I forgot, and stuff that I don't even know what it is any longer. Some stuff you can't even see because of how bad the transfers are, because they're either third or fourth generation VHS rips, which is interesting to watch on a 72-inch screen to see. You got this HD TV and you're watching some crap that you can barely see. With Greek subtitles burnt in. And a lot of stuff I'm waiting on some Christmas gifts that I had purchased. Actually, I think it's just one now. So I'm waiting to get that to maybe my niece. I don't think she's watching this. Yeah, my hard drives. I consistently keep getting larger terabyte drives. So I have like a 10 terabyte drive, I think, and I don't know how I'm gonna back that up. I usually just try to back up certain. I mean, there's certain folders that movie types that I back up or I create that I would back up. I back up my Giallos, my exploitation, and I would probably want to back up. Have a folder called WTF, which has got like UFO documentaries, Bigfoot documentaries, and all kinds of other craziness. So I back those. I need to back those up because those are the ones I don't really want to lose. Because many years ago we used to take hard drives to work to share movies and stuff, and I called it Pirate Day, and I wore a T-shirt with a pirate on it, but unfortunately, I think it was the first or second time I'd done that, I started hearing the ball bearing drop, and that was the end of that hard drive, and I had no clue what happened. I'm sure I must have hit it somehow, messed it up. Let's take a look. Let me take a look at Rare Lust, which is an interesting title, and it's not been updated. What about that one? Maybe Darren. Darren, do you know anything about this Whip Films? It used to be able. It was used to be having. It used to be the same as Rare Lust, but it hasn't been updated in like 7 years, or at least something like that. I don't know. Give Us Tomorrow. Silent Madness is actually out there on torrent sites as well. The 2D version, I'm assuming. Is that a guy? It's not. It's two naked guys. Sebastian. I don't think I want to watch that. I'll forward that link to Wes. And there's another one called My Duck is Dead, but on the left hand side is they actually have a porn. They do classic porn torrents as well, and they have that on the side of the screen. Their releases for that site. And so I actually was looking at this at work one day, and my boss came in and looked, and you could see and saw some of these covers like Edward Penis Hands and shit, and I was like, it's just movies, and I closed it out real quick. I was remoting in to my computer at home. Luckily, didn't get in trouble. Yeah, you can still find Whip Films still has some stuff on there you can get. It's just not being updated, and a lot of their copies are like the 700 megabit movies, which were a big standard. That's all you got back in the day because a lot of them were made to be burnt to a CD, and then they started at some point started making them what a gig point four. So they would break them in half, so you'd have them two CDs, and then at some point somebody said, "Screw it, let's put all the files And then now you're getting files that are 2 or 3 gigs. And the biggest one I have is maybe 8 gigs, and it will not. It has to have something powerful to play it. I have an NVIDIA Shield, and it usually will play anything without buffering, at least for issues with the size of the file. But a Fire TV cannot handle that for some reason. Not that large of a file. It will buffer quite a lot. So I'm not seeing anything very cool. Let's see here. Bullet. No. What is that? Oh, yeah. What in the world? Come on. There's one film I want to see that I was looking for, is that Psycho Goreman. If you haven't seen the trailer for that, that looks pretty insane. And then The Stand came out Thursday, the CBS All Access version, and it was a decent show. I don't remember the people with Captain Trips having the big bullfrog necks. A Mimic TV series. Okay. I did see the original one in the theater and thought it was pretty good. I mean, Del Toro has a certain vision of stuff, and it really is really good. A really off kilter, and most of his films are really good. Looks like Nightbreed is coming back or coming to Shudder. That reminds me of Shudder. If you do have Shudder, there's a film that one of the patrons were asking Wes and Aaron to review called Incident in a Ghostland, something like that. And it was by the director of Martyrs, and it is wild. It you don't know. It's very you can't really give. It's I would say the only thing I could say about giving anything away about it's kind of a home invasion film, but goes completely from there to some places that you don't expect, and it's just really, really insane in a very, very good way. I was very impressed, and I forgot how old it is. I think it's 4 years old, and and then also another film. I think it wasn't from him or from the director of that movie. It was more from the director of, was it Inside Among the Dead or something? Yeah, because it had the chick from Inside in it. That was really good as well. If you hadn't seen that, Among the Dead, and that was on Shudder as well. I don't know if it still is. One thing I want to check out is Servant. Um, in a way, I guess it could be a slasher. Um, but Servant is on Apple TV, and it's from M. Night Shyamalanga. And I heard some things about that, so I'm going to check that out here in the near future. Mm. Hmm. There's something called The Midnight Sky. It's coming on Netflix, and few days. Wednesday, to be precise. Hmm. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, they used to. I used to look at different websites like at work, and I hadn't looked at this one in a while. Shock till you drop. I don't even know if it's still on there. It doesn't look like it's on there anymore. Maybe not. Hmm. There's also I don't know if it's on Shutter. It's a French film called Ordeal, but it's more like the French word for ordeal. It's like cavalier, caval something, and it's pretty. It's got that Bridget, mm, the the chick that was in a lot of the Jess Franco movies like Fascination, Night of the Hunted. That's a interesting film. It's pretty. There's a lot of French films around that point that were really brutal, as if you want to say that. Yeah, I don't. And Possessor. I mean, that was a interesting film from what is his name, Brandon uh, Cronenberg. I think his first movie was Antivirus, which was an interesting film. Yes, Darren knows. And those kind of films, I call them ordeal films because you actually have to. You're going through an ordeal watching them because they're so rough, and they're rough in a not a. They're more artistic. I mean, I'm not a fan of, and I haven't even seen them, but I have a grasp of what they're about, like the August Underground films and stuff like that. To me, that's too real for me. Even so, you know, stuff like Frontiers and Martyrs. I mean, that's more artistic, and you know, I can disassociate myself from that to a degree, so I can continue watching. Like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer is you know, I'm not gonna say it's not a good film, but it's a very hard watch because of the content, and it's based on Henry Lee Lucas killing people, and that's just too dark. Relic, I have seen that, and there's there's a trend with films, and I guess it's an artistic choice, but not to give anything of the story away, but it just not it doesn't have a solid ending. And sometimes you can do that, like The Thing. You have that's an ending I understand, but some other ones not a. I forgot which one I was watching, and it just like shit the bed, and oh, I know what it was. It was that Wicked, Dark and Wicked. I just couldn't get that at the end. Up until the end, I was like, okay, and then boom. Martyrs. What I really want to check out is the American remake to see what it could be. Uh, but yeah, when I first saw that, I just was like, wow. And it almost seemed like it was on for. You felt like you were watching it for a very long time, even though I'm not sure of the runtime. But I mean, obviously, I don't think it's even close to 2 hours. But it just seemed like you were with these characters for a very long time, and everything just kept getting weirder and worse. Um, and then there's an American remake of Vampires, which I think I tried to watch, but man, it was rough. If you hadn't seen Frontiers, Mr. Chris V, I would check that out because that is that is a good one as well. That was one of those 8 films to die for. Uh, that was interesting. What the heck? Ooh, whoa. I don't know which fan that was on. And then Daughters of Darkness, the 4K. Yeah, them. Mr. Eels. Yeah. Them was a decent film as well. I mean, at one point, the French were just knocking it out with all these great horror films. And then it just like they blew their wad and that was it. Frontiers, I've when I first saw it, I'm not sure if it really clicked with me, but I mean, the more I thought about it and I went back and watched it again, I really liked it. It is one of those films where I'm not going to watch that often, but I can definitely appreciate that. And I wonder why that. Obviously, I think that dealt with some Nazis and stuff like that. I wonder, some of that stuff, has a little bit more holding over there. Yeah, and I actually watched the American remake, and it was different enough. I'm trying to cover up I have a bald spot or bald spots in my beard, or maybe that's a white, I don't know, gray thing. I don't know. But anywho, high tension. I mean, like I said, there was a time in I believe it was early 2000s until like 2008 or so. I think, in, something like maybe there was like 6 or 7 years there where there was all kinds of cool shit that was popping out from France. Yeah. What was I watching? That was that movie. The Code of Hunting or Hunting Ground was a. You could technically say that was a Christmas movie because it was Christmas stuff in that.
They were decorating the trees.
Yeah.
But before they got attacked.
And then one of the people threw one of their Christmas gifts in the fire. It was funny because they were doing the raping and everything, and the kids were in the room. I mean, I don't know if they were really in the room, but they were telling the little boy, "Hey, watch this. We're going to show you how to do it to your mom." Dana, I can get Dana upset real quick. I mean, a lot of people were saying that the 2006 remake of Black Christmas wasn't that bad, and I agree with them. I thought it's a pretty fun movie.
Okay, how much tits and ass did it show?
I don't remember any. I just remember it being
How many hot chicks were in it?
several.
Okay, there's your
But
there's your answer.
no.
And it was probably all guys that said that.
Well, I mean, I would say the majority.
Unless you're Darcy from the last drive.
There's more guys into horror than women. I mean, there's women, but if you look at it, there's more men in because they're like, weirdos like me. And so that's just one of the things. Blood Beat, yeah, God.
That is a weird one.
I
actually have that.
You're not in the picture, honey.
Well, nobody needs to see me.
But maybe I can get a puppet and you can go get Ashy Slashy.
Yeah, I do have him.
But I already pre-ordered. I was talking about a Santo sexy vampire movie that it's coming out in February, and then I got Blood Ceremony coming out.
Is Santo and some vampire get naked?
No, this is a movie. A Santo is in the Treasure of Dracula, and when it first came out, everything was just a regular Santo movie. But they started talking, years later that there's a version with boobs and everything in it, and then some channel somewhere showed it, and somebody put it online, and I got it and watched it, and so there's like a clothed version and a no another version.
Because don't Santo like get a bunch of women?
Yeah, he goes. He kisses women and eats with his mask on at restaurants.
See, okay, does it ever show her like that on that hunting ground movie?
She does not look like that. I'm looking at the Hunting Ground Blu-ray coming from Mondo Macabra. Surprise! From Spanish. Ismael Fernandez. I don't know. This is the movie Synapses.
But she wasn't like nude with a shotgun, was she?
Yeah, at the
Was
end,
she?
kinda. She was bottomless. Cause you got to see her bush after it was burned a little. But the story tells of a female lawyer who finds her liberal convicts, who finds her liberal convictions wavered when she
See,
comes.
combination of Death Wish.
I
And
can't read
Struggle.
it. I'm talking.
Ah.
Her liberal convictions wavering when she comes under repeated threats from the vicious hoodlum whom she defended in court in the past. The story is a combination of Death Wish, Straw Dogs, and in a gruesome final segment, Last House on the Left, which it's not. I was going to watch that last night, but I ended up watching, what was the movie?
That Shaw Brothers movie.
Oh, yeah. Corpse Mania, which I think is on YouTube, and it's a pretty interesting film. It's more of a. I read somewhere that it was on Giallo Realm on YouTube, I think, and I was like, is it really a Giallo? But when you look at it, the basic story, it kind of is, and there is some lighting there that reminds you of Argento. So it's a pretty.
And there's some nastiness in it, like maggots.
Yeah, there's necrophilia and all kinds of stuff in it. But yeah, Night Train Murders.
I had forgotten that's a Christmas thing in it. I had that.
And for some reason, I haven't only able to watch that once or twice, and it seemed very grim. And I know it is supposed to be, but yeah. No, I've never seen Henry 2.
Me either.
And I'm pretty sure that it might be even, like you say, better than you expected, because it's probably not as grim, and the director and everything to do with the film production probably wasn't going for that realism. At least that's my assumption. It's almost like Patrick still lives to the original Patrick.
I don't know why they would make it. I didn't even know they had.
Yeah, they did, but it didn't star Hooker. Rooker.
Michael Rooker.
The hooker named Rooker. For some reason, Kino is distributing this wide for Scorpion in April. They're releasing Sleepless again. So if you didn't,
Steve already has that.
Yeah, if you missed out, maybe if it's, I didn't think it was out of print or anything, but you can get Sleepless. And then Nosferatu in Venice is coming out from Severin, which that is a wacky film, especially when you know the some of the behind the scenes stuff with Kinski being completely wacky the entire
I
time.
thought you were gonna say naked or something.
I don't know. He's grabbing the chick a little bit more.
He's always grabbing chicks in movies.
I want to get that, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to wait. Maybe I can get it. I won't get the crazy slipcase, but I just Yeah, Dana's done probably watched that, right? Home for the Holidays.
Yes. I think you actually got me a copy of it. That's how I was able to see it.
Oh yeah. And then Severin is going into the 4K with the Day of the Beast and that Perditum Durango, which I watched recently, like within the last year, with Javier Bardem and Rosie Perez, which is more of a
Rosie Perez.
yes. That's a wild freaking movie. But I don't think it's more of it's a '90s movie like a mug. I mean it seems like a
Steve
'90s
likes
movie.
90s movies.
Some.
Several, I think.
I mean, I don't care about the '90s in particular, but I mean, I like the movies, and some movies you can actually
I
see.
like a few of them too.
See that.
What is that? Who killed Captain Alex?
Yes, there's a. I have that
It
movie.
could be who killed Captain Content, and then it'd be about Steve.
No, this is old. I mean, this is from January.
Yeah, but that's that AGFA.
Yeah, this is like that South African crazy cinema.
Bollywood stuff.
Well, no, not Bollywood.
Or Bollywood.
No, that's Indian. This is they call it whatever the fuck that is.
I thought Bollywood was like African.
No. That's where they have like crazy special effects that, I could probably do if I knew a little bit more basic shit, but yeah.
AGFA put out Blood Lake. Has anybody seen Blood Lake? I bet Darren's seen it.
Well, we'd have to wait. Wait for the delay. We're gonna wait.
Wait till he hears it.
Oh no.
Or a peace sign, whatever. What do you do?
What about what?
When you're looking at it with the delay, it looks like some kind of a martial art old kung fu movie where the sound and the mouth ain't together.
We're waiting.
We don't have to wait. I mean, he'll hear it. I just figured more Darren would probably sing.
But you can get that. You can get that movie on. I think you can get it on Rare Less. No, he says he's got the VHS.
Wow.
There is something on the DVD that has some of the people who made it at the draft house talking about it. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, the director and the writer, producer, and guy that acted in it.
Yeah, but it did. Let's take a look at Rare Lust. Okay, Sting of Death, which is an older film, but it's an HD. They have Enigma on there, the new transfer. Yeah, the new. They do have Don't Panic. So you don't. And another film that I really like is called Peacock King.
Do you really like that?
It was pretty good.
There's Caged Heat.
Caged Heat, Redneck. I think it. Yeah, Franco Nero, Telly Savalas. I'm getting that.
I don't think I've seen that.
It does have the French sex murders. Hello, French sex murders. I'm calling. Joan Collins in Revenge. Deadbeat at Dawn. Dead Curse of Tartu. Yeah. It does have that. Well, I don't. Maybe it does. The Torture Chamber of Dr. Satanism.
Oh.
And then Silent Madness.
Have they got the 3D?
No. The Girl in Room 2A. And it looks like a creamy called The Avenger, which I think I already have. The
There's your Christmas
one. My Brother the Pig. And they usually have a few porn down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Classic erotica. Deadbeat at Dawn.
City Woman. Who is the New York City? Oh.
The one near the bottom is called That's Exploitation. I think that was from Severin, and it's got like a lot of clips of stuff. I don't think it's porn. It's just like old time burlesque and some other things. So It's got some cool shit on there.
I don't think I've ever seen that Borrower movie either.
Yeah, I've got it.
Have you watched it though?
Yes. No, not recently. I think I watched it in the 90s or something.
Exhausted John C. Holmes, the real.
Yes. Yeah.
Dang.
But Deadbeat at Dawn is a pretty good movie. It's unfortunate that Jim Better is a really bad alcoholic. He can't hold his shit together apparently. But
Who played Misty?
but Joe Bob played Deadbeat at Dawn. It was really good. Yeah, I think Dana or I listened to that episode. It was really good. I listened to them
Oh, Hysteria Can Hear Me. Oh yeah.
sporadically. I some things I'm not interested in, but then some things I definitely listen to. So,
I need to listen to more Hysteria Can Hear Me stuff.
and it's on YouTube, so you can listen to it that way. You don't even have to download it, or you can listen on Stitcher or something. So I guess I'm gonna call it a night. And
I thought Steve was gonna go on for 2 hours.
no,
They're gonna miss you, Steve.
they'll get on.
Everybody's gonna cry.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
I guarantee they're not. So, thanks for everybody showing up, and won't be doing this next week, but we'll be doing the streaming on Vaughn Live. If you sign up for, you have to sign up for something, and then you could go in the chat and chat while we watch the films. It's last time it was pretty fun. Didn't have a lot of people there, but who cares? It's just something to do. And what I usually do is pick films that I haven't watched in a while. I'm going to watch again. So I'm doing that again. So I'll put a link in the Facebook page of Dead Pit Universe. And if you want to stop in and say hey or watch the films,
And
we
Steve
can
wants your money.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I'm just kidding.
No monies. No monies. So, hello. Hi. I'm sorry, Brandon, but we're getting ready to hit the road.
See, you're gonna make.
But you can watch it. You
cry.
can restream the old. You can go back to the beginning and listen to the dead air. But let me find my right keyboard. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back another time. You too, Darren. Thanks.
Bye, Darren.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Let me get to the bye-byes.